Your first trip to Glacier National Park can be unforgettable, but choose the wrong lodging, the wrong hike, and the wrong access plan, and you can lose an entire vacation day before reaching the trail. So before you book everything, come hike with us on some of our favorite Glacier National Park hiking trails for 4 essential questions you should answer before finalizing your itinerary to Glacier National Park. Let's get started. The biggest mistake first-time visitors make is treating Glacier like one small destination. By the end of this video, you will know the 4 decisions to make. If you want them personalized to your group, I'll show you the Camp Brood guide later in the video. It is a massive park with different entrances and different lodging areas and driving times that can take all day if you plan wrong. But a list of the 10 best things to do is not the same as a coordinated plan. So, which side of Glacier National Park should I visit first? If this is your first Glacier National Park trip, the best side of the park depends on your trip length and the experiences you want most. If you only have 2 or 3 days, focusing on one base area is usually better than trying to cross the entire park every day. The west side gives you more lodging and amenities, access to West Glacier, Lake McDonald, Trail to Cedars, Avalanche Lake, and the western approach to going to the Sun Road. That can be a strong first trip base if your priority is scenic driving, forest, waterfalls, Lake McDonald, and access to Logan Pass. But the more rugged east side gives you access to St. Mary Lake, Virginia Falls, Mini Glacier, Swift Current, Red Rock Falls, Grinnell Glacier, and Iceberg Lake. That can make more sense if your priority is longer hikes, alpine scenery, and the Mini Glacier area. But here is where people get into trouble. They book a place based only on price and then discover that the activities they care about are hours away. If your plan includes Trail to Cedars and Avalanche Lake one morning and then Fisher Cap Lake the next morning because you want easier hikes, you'll be in the car a long time. So the answer is not simply west side or east side. The better question is which area gives your group the most enjoyable experiences without spending your vacation trapped in your car or expecting shuttles that end up not connecting you to your activities. Before you decide what side of the park you should visit, you need to ask, which glacier hikes fit my group? The most popular hike in Glacier is not automatically the right hike for your group. The right choice depends on age, energy level, hiking experience, comfort with heights, trail conditions, mobility needs, weather, and how much time you want to spend outside. For an easier starting point, Trail to Cedars can provide a scenic forest experience with a more accessible character than many of the park's longer mountain trails. St. Mary and Virginia Falls can also be appealing for visitors who want waterfalls and scenery without committing to one of the longest hikes in the park. Avalanche Lake and Hidden Lake Overlook are often considered moderate options, but moderate does not mean effortless. Elevation, heat, crowds, footing, and your group's pace still matter. Then you have more demanding choices such as the Highline Trail, Grinnell Glacier, and Iceberg Lake. These can be incredible experiences, but they require more preparation and may not be the right match for your group with young children, limited hiking experience, mobility concerns, or a fear of heights. But hikes like the Highline Trail deserve special caution for anyone uncomfortable with exposure, narrow sections, or a fear of heights. And every trail recommendation needs to be paired with current conditions. A trail that looks manageable in a video may feel very different when temperatures rise, smoke reduces visibility, or conditions change in the high country. Before we continue with more questions, are you feeling a little overwhelmed? We've helped many people planning national park trips answer a list of questions to help them plan custom trips full of great memories. But it's hard to share that experience in a video or with many people because it's such a custom experience. So we built a personalized Glacier planning guide that uses your preferences, our Glacier experience, and current planning considerations to create a practical starting point for your trip. Get your custom Glacier guide today via the link in the video description. Once you know the hikes you want to enjoy, and you know where your activities are located, you should ask this question: where should I stay for my first Glacier trip? Where you sleep is not just a place to rest. At Glacier, your lodging location controls your morning drive, your access to food, and how much time you spend in the car. On the west side, first-time visitors may consider lodging near West Glacier, Apgar, Lake McDonald, Hungry Horse, or Columbia Falls. For camping options outside the park, we like Mountain Meadow RV Park and West Glacier KOA. But you need to consider your equipment budget, desired amenities, and whether you prefer to stay inside or outside the park. On the east side, St. Mary and Mini Glacier may make more sense when your priorities include St. Mary Lake, Virginia Falls, Swift Current, Grinnell Glacier, Red Rock Falls, or Iceberg Lake. Here we stayed at the St. Mary KOA. The important point is this: Do not choose your lodging before deciding what your group actually wants to do. A place that looks inexpensive may cost you more in fuel, time, and missed trailhead opportunities. If you choose West Glacier but want to hike Grinnell Glacier Trail, plan on 4 hours of driving and a very long day. So if you are traveling with a family, children, older adults, an RV, or someone who needs a low-energy option, the best location may not be the one that looks most impressive on a map. Short-term rentals are available in West Glacier, as well as many hotels and similar lodging. If you're seeing a pattern, you're right. The general answer is that the west side is convenient for Lake McDonald, Trail of Cedars, and Avalanche Lake. But whether it is right for your group depends on your date, trip length, arrival point, lodging, budget, and the hikes you care about most. That is the kind of decisions the Camp Route Guide helps organize. But the most important question to ask when trying to figure out when to go is, what access, weather, and safety rules do I need to check when picking a date to visit Glacier National Park? Park rules change, so do not rely on an old video or an old itinerary as your final authority. Any YouTube video created before 2026 has bad permitting and vehicle reservation data. For 2026, the National Park Service currently says vehicle reservations are not required anywhere in Glacier National Park. And this year, they may be different. You still need the appropriate entrance pass, and you should verify current fees and requirements before your trip. There is also a major Logan Pass issue for summer 2026. From July 1 through September 7, private vehicle parking at Logan Pass is limited to 3 hours. That matters if you are thinking about a long hike such as the Highline Trail. Check the current NPS instructions and ticketed shuttle options instead of assuming you can park all day. Vehicle size matters too. Going to the Sun Road has restrictions around 21 feet in length, 8 feet in width, and 10 feet in height. RVs and vehicle combinations need to verify their measurements before planning to drive the entire road. If you have dualies, you may not be permitted on going to the Sun Road. Weather is another reason not to create a rigid itinerary months in advance. A warm valley morning can become a cold, windy, rainy, or snowy high country experience. Conditions can affect trails, roads, visibility, parking, and your group's energy. Then there is safety. Carry the water, food, footwear, layers, sun protection, and basic first aid supplies your group needs for the weather conditions of the day and season you are visiting. If you want help applying these decisions to your own trip, our Glacier Guide is the next step. You answer a short questionnaire in less than a minute about your date, group, lodging, vehicle, hiking ability, food preferences, and safety concerns. Then you receive a personalized planning response by email for a value price, including what to do, where to stay, how to think about food and fuel, weather and safety considerations, and your next steps. It is not a replacement for current National Park Service information, but it can help you organize the major decisions around your actual trip instead of starting with someone else's generic itinerary. But with hours of Glacier content on YouTube, we think you'll find this video helpful, and if you're still here, please let us know how you plan for a national park trip.